Welcome back, everyone. Well, as you know, I can never say it enough. I am constantly amazed by the talent in the North Country and all the events and the things that go on. Well, one of the places that we've interviewed and talked about before is the Sembrich Museum in Bolton Landing, New York. Very, very amazing place. And lo and behold, just a couple of days ago, we got wind that the DePue Brothers were going to perform there tomorrow, Wednesday at 1:30. So we got on the phone and we started calling and making sure that we got through to them. And joining me today is the artistic director, Richard Wargo, from the Sembrich, and one of the musicians in the DePue Brothers, who is also quite an accomplished musician in his own right, Don Liuzzi.
Excellently said.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Welcome, guys. Very nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
Richard, I'm going to start with you. You're the artistic director for, I think it's like a quarter century now.
Don't put it that way. 25 years.
For the Sembrich Museum.
Yes.
In Bolton Landing. I want to spend most of the time talking about the concert tomorrow afternoon, but just for our viewers who might not know about the Sembrich, just that thumbnail sketch.
Sure. We're so fortunate on Lake George to have this 4-acre former estate of the famous Polish soprano Marcela Sembrich. This was her teaching studio, where she brought her students from Curtis and the Juilliard School every summer between 1924 and 1934. And since 1937, it's been there as a museum in her memory as one of the great singers of her day.
Now, each year, as you might remember from the interview we did with Richard before, they do a concert series in the summer, and the themes are always amazing. I'm thinking of the World War I theme that you had that year. This year, it's Violin Days.
Right.
Now, she was a singer.
Right, and that's
What's the
thing
connection
that
to
we
the
all
violin?
know. Well, it's interesting to point out that she actually began her career as a pianist and a violinist. She was presented as a child prodigy at age 12 in 1870 and continued to perform professionally, and not just little tunes. She played some really virtuoso
amazing, right?
concertos, the last of which in 1884 at the Metropolitan Opera at a big gala. And she so amazed the public, it was written in the press that Sembrich shone like a meteor in a galaxy of stars, because she not only sang, she played piano, and she played this amazing violin concerto. So in context, with every year we'd like to leave our audience with learning something a little bit more about Marcela Sembrich. So that's what we're doing this year with Violin Days, by bringing all sorts of fiddle players, from string quartets to concert soloists to gypsy violinists, and we can't celebrate the violin without bluegrass.
Oh, you know, this is just so creative. So hence the DePue Brothers. I went online, did some research on them. Just this unbelievable mix of bluegrass and some rock, really, it feels like rock, classical music, with musicians who got their start, like in 2004, I think you were telling me, right, Don? They're musicians in the Philadelphia Orchestra, one of the world's most acclaimed classical orchestras. And that's your day job.
Yeah, that's the day job that I have. And I met these brothers as they started to join the orchestra during a film that the orchestra came out with called Music from the Inside Out, and we featured orchestra members playing a variety of music both on and off the stage. And off the stage was, I heard these guys play some bluegrass in a pub, and I went, oh my gosh, one, we got to have them in the film, and two, I want to play with them.
Yeah,
so, so that's how we started. We actually were starting to work on a soundtrack for that film in 2004. The brothers, though, you should know, they grew up in Bowling Green, Ohio. Talk about wunderkinds. They began their careers very early. Each of them started when they were 4 or 5 years old, and they had great training in their local area, Bowling Green State University. Each of them are amazing, great classical violinists. But their father, during the summer, took them out on the road to various state fairs, and there were fiddling contests at all these state fairs, and they all began to love fiddling. You know, even bluegrass fiddling in the United States is an incredible art, and they have raised it to a level. If you ask the bluegrass world, they know who the DePue Brothers are.
You have to go online and check them out. You have to go to the concert tomorrow afternoon. to listen to this music. I pulled the guys in from the control room, and we were sitting there listening to it. It's stunning. Now, Don and I actually have mutual friends from the orchestra from many years ago, and one of the things that always impressed me about the musicians in the Philadelphia Orchestra is that a lot of them were teachers, of course, and had students, but they all had this very diversified background of music that they liked to play. And after the official program at SPAC, they'd get together in groups and do bluegrass and do jazz and do all kinds of amazing stuff.
Yeah, their jazz tradition in the Philly Orchestra is kind of long. There's a long history of it.
Yeah, there sure is.
And the bluegrass now is a major part of the after hours of the orchestra.
Now, we've got 4 brothers, 2 brothers, Zach and Jason.
Yes.
Right, 2 violinists.
Yeah.
Usually perform straight out with the DePue brothers, right? And occasionally, if it warrants, the other 2 brothers join in.
Right. On this occasion, it'll be Jason with the Philly Orchestra and brother Alex, who
nice.
Alex is based out in the West Coast, but he's in for this one, and in many ways, he's the Mozart of this blue. I mean, he mows it down.
He does. Well, you know what? And 2 other musicians. You could probably tell we have so much to talk about. I'm really moving quickly through here. But in addition to Don, Liuzzi, who is the drummer in DePue Brothers. Yes, of course. You're a typical drummer. You can't sit still.
I love to play the room.
Mike Mumford, a banjo player, is in this group, who is world-renowned.
He's sick. He's so incredible.
Yeah, he is. And he's performing as well.
Yeah,
right?
he's
part
he
of
was
the group.
He was the banjo player of the year 2 years ago, IBMA. Our guitarist Mark Cosgrove was a national flat picking champion in a couple of competitions.
Okay, you get the idea. We're out of time. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. at the Sembrich. Very easy to get to. You get off exit 23 and shoot up the Lake Road, get right into Bolton, and you cannot miss the gatehouse for the Sembrich. It's sitting right there on the right-hand side as you go up north, as you're heading north into Bolton.
And actually,
Landing.
if you're coming north, I would get off at exit 22. It's actually
you
a little,
would get off
little
at 22?
closer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
and it's very easy to get to. Go online, Sembrich Museum.
Yeah, the Sembrich.org.
Thesembrich.org, and find out more about the DePue Brothers if you can go. Hey, if you're in Saratoga, oh no, by the time we air this, it'll be done.
No,
but I'm going.
No, I just want a quick thank you, Jesse, and also to Richard for, we can't wait for these opportunities to play for the Adirondack area.
Boy, I'm telling you. All right, that's it. Yeah. Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don, real pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
I hope I didn't
welcome.
get too long-winded there on that.
You didn't get long-winded at all. Just drum for me as I go out, okay?
Okay.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, Look TV, online, done.